Can you take me back when we were just kids? We weren't scared of getting older, yeah. 'Cause no one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. You can grow up, make new ones, but truth is, there's nothing like old friends. No one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. You can grow up, make new ones, but the truth is that we grow up, then wish we could go back then. There's nothing like old friends. 'Cause you can't make old friends.
Welcome to the show that has little to no meaning and makes little to no sense. It is the show where you can expect the unexpected. This is Nonsensical Talk, on the air and in the cloud. Those crazy hosts will talk about anything and everything. And now, from their home studios in Middle Tennessee, here is your hosts, Alan Robertson and Joey Smith.
Hey, welcome to the show. Nonsensical Talk is now on the air for show number 2. I'm Alan Robertson. That's Joey Smith. We are here tonight to have a wonderful, wonderful show, and it's going to be packed full of information. The show is Guess Who Will Be Our Guest.
You know, we've been waiting for this guy to come on the show for a long time. He had a tricked out Celica, had speakers in the back, played a lot of Beastie Boys, played at the basketball court all the time. You saw him in Lafayette, the one, the only, Mark Thomas.
Mark Thomas! Yeah.
Come on in.
All right.
Now, Mark,
so
we were also trying to think of funny stories from the 80s. Of course, there's been several basketball games.
Yeah.
You were a sky jumper.
Yeah, and you were the sky jumper yourself, man.
And several games with riding around with Randy. And I was trying to remember that time that
Randy.
We were coming back from some kind of church event. Now, in Italy, Alan, did they drive on the other side of the road?
No.
So they drive on the right
It's on
side,
the
like us.
correct side, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't
The
know.
only difference is that they will pass when a car's coming, and the car coming has to get over further. So they will pass sometimes with the car coming, and you'll be passing a car on a 2-lane road and a car passing you the other way. That took a while to get used to because I was like, oh crap, hit the brakes, the guy's coming. No, you got to get over.
That's strange, isn't it?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, driving over there, take your life in your hand.
Mm.
Remember when one of our friends took the ditch in front of Agrichem?
Yeah, or you ran through a cornfield.
Yeah. That's because a bee came in that window,
Whatever.
buddy. And you still held on to that. You ran on to that. You held on to that 8-track. It was a bee. I had that side window open. That thing hit, bam, right on my chest. I was like, I'm done. And you had that cassette player with the 8-track. You were over there doing it.
Yeah.
We got to the field and pulled back out onto the road. And the guy said, man, I came back, but y'all were gone.
I can't believe that bug made it through all that, man.
Hey, man, I tell you, we had to come back that way when we were coming from Mom's house. We were going to Angela's, and they were doing something. So we were coming back up 272, and I was going back. I said, I'll just go down here and come back and go that way. And as we were coming back there, I said, hey, right here's where I just went straight off.
I don't remember the spot.
I mean,
man.
it was.
I did not remember.
I remember the spot exactly.
I'm sure you do.
Well, remember the curve where you took the Toyota up the hill when you got that first time? It's about 200 yards to the other side or towards the Lafayette side of that where the road turns just a little bit. So where it just barely turns is kind of like when that bee hit, I just kept going straight and I didn't turn. So, and luckily you can see where there's a hole through the tree line that we went right through. And then we turned right and come back out on the
Were you
road.
guys in the truck when I jumped that hill on the backside of Lafayette going to the Campbell? When y'all faked Robbie McIntosh falling out?
Is that when you were taking the gravel road at like 100 miles?
Yes. Were you
I was in the back of that truck.
and Robbie was back there, and y'all faked me out.
I'm thinking like, oh my
I
gosh,
hit that jump.
a gravel road.
And I didn't make the turn, if you remember. And we went straight out. And then you guys kept saying, Robbie, y'all killed Robbie. Robbie's not here. And he was hiding in the front or something. I don't know.
I think he was like,
nice to me.
actually, I think like you stopped and he like jumped out, like you stopped to like
That might have been what it was.
ball a tire or something like that. And he jumped out like, because we were moving at like 7 miles an hour. And that way, when we got up the road, we can say, Robbie fell out.
Yeah, that was not.
Oh my
That was not nice.
We're trying to teach a lesson here, Mark.
Slow down on the gravel road.
So whenever you list your number one movie, The Goonies,
The Goonies,
it's going to
Back to the Future, maybe.
Back to the
What are we getting
Future.
Back to the Future.
Hindsight
So,
2020.
Hey, it's the same but different.
Hindsight is 2020.
That was Joey's favorite song back in the day. It's the same but different.
It's exactly the same, but not at all.
No. See, now that wasn't what you said. You've classed it up over your last 30 years,
It
right?
is just like Back to the Future, but nothing like it at all. Except none of the scenes at all.
Think about your three favorite. I mean, food is one thing that's real easy to come up with. I mean, Joey and I went and had a grown-up, what is it?
Grilled cheese sandwich.
Grown-up grilled cheese sandwich. Now that was pretty good. But if I was going to talk about hamburgers, I could go into the spiel. I've been to every hamburger joint in Nashville more than once. And I can honestly say that I have found the perfect hamburger joint. It's in a bar that people are smoking cigarettes, but this hamburger or this cheeseburger is the best one in town. And this is a dive joint on Main Street right before 4 Points. And I don't know what they do or whether they may be smoking cigarettes back there while they're making the burger. I don't know. It's almost like gasoline wasn't flammable back in the 70s because they were smoking cigarettes beside the gas pump. But I guess cigarettes make your food taste better now. But they make the best hamburger. But then you can go to the tavern and get a burger that's like this that costs $20. Good burger there too, by the way. So we got all kinds of foods. But movies, we've got. Hey, wait a minute. Now, Ghost is that's a love story. Come on, man.
But it also sounds like The Sixth Sense. When the little boy was like,
see dead people.
You know, when the hairs stand on your back of your neck?
Call spoiler alert before you go any further.
That's them.
That's that sound. Or what is it? No, I'm giving you the look.
That's Critters.
Critters.
Blending movies there. Blending movies for you guys.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things that Joey and I first talked about on like our second or third time we had a Zoom meeting was how you could take one thing and end up with another thing before you're through talking. So you could start talking about Footloose, get to Kevin Bacon, and then all of a sudden you're in a Kevin Bacon flick watching with another person. So you just kind of go and add it until you're finally like to a musical artist that played in a music of something. It's crazy. But
it's a tangent game. It's kind of like if ever I say Family Ties, and you can say Michael J.
I'll say Michael
Keaton. Say Back to the Future.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you just keep going. Was it Christopher? Kind
of leads us down like some interesting roads, and it's okay to go on tangents. Okay, trivia. Right, who's seen Short Circuit?
I have seen Short Circuit.
Okay, Who has seen Weird Science?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
What about Footloose?
All that. Hey, did you forget to put the bra on the
Let's
head?
start a rumor that Lafayette was the town that Footloose was based on. And there was no dancing allowed. There's no dancing allowed until Mark and his family moved there, and they changed that rule.
Well, thanks.
His love for dancing. That's going to be.
They brought all that stuff from Tree County up there.
Tree County blood, man.
He brought it. Like dancing's okay, guys. Brother Garrett preached a dancing sermon. Right. That's okay. Everyone just accepted it then.
Yep.
That's going to be my rumor.
I have no idea. I haven't been through Lafayette in so long. I can't tell you.
I haven't either, man. They got a good restaurant there. Becky East's got that restaurant down there.
I keep threatening them. I mean, we're in Flat Lick all the time because, but the problem is we come down Lafayette Road and turn on Flat Lick Lane, and that's as far as we go south.
Alan, you remember a time that you and Mark entered church, and I was sitting over there on one of the pews, and Mark just came over there and said, "Nobody puts Joey in the corner." Or am I thinking of Dirty Dancing?
I don't recall that.
I'm thinking of Dirty Dancing. Sorry, my bad, guys.
No, the one where we were.
It was Patrick Swayze. See how I get you confused with Patrick Swayze?
No. Oh my God.
Didn't Patrick Swayze play in the movie that you were just talking about a while ago, Ghost?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
So. You made the connection.
Yeah, I thought so. See, you're a lot brighter than I am on movies.
Pain. See, pain don't hurt.
Pain don't hurt.
You got to know what that's from.
That's Patrick Swayze. That's
Roadhouse. That's Roadhouse.
Was a good movie.
Pain.
Was his name Dylan?
Dalton.
Was his name Dylan or
Dalton? Dalton. Pain don't hurt. Of course now, Sam Elliott, what is it? If you've watched the one with Ashton Kutcher, The Ranch.
I haven't seen that.
Kind of, it's kind of one of those movies that wear you out, or TV shows from Netflix that wears you out because it's like every episode, it's always something screwed up. And Ashton Kutcher's a big screw up until Danny Masterson, he got that sexual assault on him, and then they killed him off the show. So it's kind of like, spoiler alert, Danny Masterson gets put off the show if you didn't know that.
Okay, hands like this right here where I can see your hands. Both of you. Name 3 Val Kilmer movies. No, put your hands up. You're going to Google search.
I got to do a Google search.
Batman, Top Gun. And then you got Doc Holliday in, what was that movie called? Doc Holliday. What was the name of it? He was Doc Holliday in that movie.
Young Guns?
No, not Young Guns. He was, starts with a T.
Name of the place.
Tombstone. Tombstone.
Ding, ding, ding.
Tombstone.
I would have also accepted Real Genius.
Real Genius, which was the one where he was the genius in that one.
Put the popcorn in the house.
But he'd been in college for Popcorn in the House. Yeah.
But Doc Holliday, that was a good one.
Put it back in.
I forgot about Batman. I forgot about Batman.
Well, it's easy to forget about that one because that was a flop. I mean, that was right after
Batman.
George Clooney.
Now we're on another tangent. Best Batman.
Best Batman, Michael Keaton.
I agree. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I mean, he was by far. He was the first.
Keaton, shout out to you. We're going to tag you in this.
Hey, Michael.
That's 3 Michael Keatons.
But see, then the problem with Michael Keaton is that he did The Founder, and I really don't like anybody that does what they did because Ronald McDonald.
I did like The Founder when they went on the tennis court. And they drew out how the McDonald's would be.
Yeah.
To try to make it lean and cut out every wasted motion. I thought that was really cool.
See, the Founder ticked me off because the way he treated those McDonald family.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. It wasn't Michael.
He was the guy.
Michael didn't do that to them.
But he was a good actor, and that good acting made me want to strangulate him.
It made me want to get like a Big Mac.
It made me want to get
Oh my
Big
God.
Mac. I agree. Big Macs are the favorite with
Big
the poppy
Mac.
seeds.
It made me want to get a McDonald's French fry, but only for the first hour, because after that, it does not taste like a McDonald's French fry after that first hour.
But just wait.
Wait 1 hour, eat a McDonald's French fry, you'll be like, "What is this? I just put in my mouth."
Yeah, but you can eat a
Unless-
McDonald's French fry even if it's been under your seat for a month.
Yes,
That's what
You
I'm
know?
saying. You can take and put it in an air fryer and it heats it right
And it's
back
better.
up.
it's like
Now it's hot again. Oh.
it's just hot stick. Is
Who's your okay? So your fast food. What's your best French fries?
Oh, Wendy's by far, man. I got
Wendy's?
Wendy's for you, man.
See, I'm gonna have to go Bojangles. They put that season
have
on there
Bojangles.
that I
I
don't
don't
know
have
what it
Bojangles.
is.
backyard burgers.
Oh, okay. Well, that I live in where is it? Country store living out here with
Yeah.
Dixon County.
You live in Burns.
We got a. Oh, I live in Burns. I don't even have a store here. I've got to go.
You
to
don't
Dixon
have a-
Dixon store.
Dollar General store within 7 miles from each other.
No. We've got two within
Okay.
2 miles, so I can go 2 miles this way or 2 miles that way, and I've got or 5 miles that way, and I've got $3 Generals within a stretch. No, and when I'm going to Clarksville, I run through $4 Generals on the way up, coming that way. So it's kind of like, hey, it's almost like Starbucks for the country. I would say best Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Dude, I mean,
There've been 4 of them.
wasn't Michael Keaton in
I'll be
the
honest with
Spider-Man
you.
as well?
No. Yeah, no, he was. He was. No, he was in Avengers. But no, he was in the first Spider-Man with Tom Holliday. When Tom Holliday did the first
So you like
The
Tobey
first,
Maguire?
Spider-Man.
Is that what you're saying?
No. I like the Tom Holliday special better than the Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, he could dance. He had some good moves in number 2 when he was trying to pick off what's her name? And was it Dr. Octopus or whatever his
Doc
name was?
Ock. What about
Doc Ock.
the Amazing Spider-Man that has the actor that played in the World War II movie where he didn't want to shoot a
Oh,
gun?
with the doctor, where he wouldn't hold a gun because he didn't believe in him. That was, what was his name? He did 2 of the Spider-Man movies
Yeah.
before they brought
I
in
thought
Tom
he
Holliday.
did a pretty good job.
He did a good job. He did a good.
Had,
I think he had good writers on them.
Can you do something about hiding this?
And
You
I can
guys-
put.
you guys
I
have
can do a
nice
little
hair.
something with that.
You know, I'm 52. You guys are
Joey-
51, 51 and 50. You're almost 51.
51.
No, 51 and
51.
51.
So,
Yeah. Joey just hit the
There's
5 once.
150. There's 154 years of experience on this call right now.
I don't know about the first. You can't count the first 10.
Because me and Alan's got 102 plus
Yeah.
you're 52.
yeah, 148
That's
minus 30.
154 years of experience. That's a lot.
Minus 30.
That's a lot of,
Minus 30.
Lot of
Minus
living.
30 because the first 10 years you can't
it's
care.
a lot of living.
I mean, I know.
My-
I know, Joey. You can take yours to 5.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that
I really
some
did
of
get to-
this, I had to have like a piece cut out of my head on my bald spot, and where they had to bring and. So I used to have a bald spot there, and they cut a piece, and then they had to bring the hair together,
Oh, really?
take that little precancerous thing out.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get more cancer on my head every time you get a bald spot, Mark. So like what they do is you
Yeah, like
get them to cut that, and they'll bring it all together. Look what they did, Alan.
That's,
Look at that. Look at those luxurious locks.
That's what you call a thick head of hair,
look
brother.
at that head of hair, man.
No, I did have a bald
It
spot
wasn't-
right back here, and they cut that little piece out
Hey.
and brought it together. They came
Look,
over
it
and
wasn't
they
until
made sure
Dad
my
went
head
through
was moved.
chemotherapy.
They said, we're just making sure you've got enough skin to pull together when we cut this piece out.
Yeah.
This precancerous
And now
thing
you got
out.
permanent Botox. Now you got permanent Botox.
My head
because
was
you got the
tight.
skin pulled.
Yeah. You look
And I
5
had the
years
stitches
younger.
in.
You don't look 51, Joy.
Easy living.
You look a hefty 45.
I just
Easy
wake
living.
I start rapping in the morning. and it keeps breakdancing. Still
hit
trying
the
to dunk a
Facebook.
basketball, and it just keeps you young, Mark.
Yep. You still play tennis, Joy?
Hey,
Every Wednesday.
That's what I think Alan was telling me Monday night or Friday night or Sunday night whenever I talked to him. I can't even remember.
Play tennis every Wednesday in a league.
A league.
yeah, so
Well,
that's
that's
like
good.
we can't do
And I
anything on
hurt
Wednesday
3
night.
days after that.
I hear.
Like I wake up, my feet hurt to touch the floor. But I'm like, this is helping me.
I don't understand why it's helpful.
This is either going to give me a heart attack or it's going to make me live longer.
We're going to either go out in a ball
You'll
of
be like,
flames,
Joey Dive
or
playing
I'm going to be
tennis.
able to live a little longer.
So much
He's
for that
doing what he
health
loves.
stuff he's talking about.
And he's a guy that's supposed to be over health people.
Yeah, he's not healthy, man.
Stop it, Joey.
Being
Stop,
healthy.
Joey.
Stop him now before he kills again.
Joey. Joey got to get his bike out and ride. I mean, oh no. If I was to ride a bike, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I guess we've been up here. Let's see, 2011 is when Dad passed. So 11. So in 2008, I rode a bike. So that means that I was just over 40. And I rode it 1.5 miles because I dropped my car off at the shop and nobody was available. So I just took my son's bike and put it in the back of the car, took it over there, took the bike out and said, it's only 1.5 miles. How hard could it be?
Well, it depends if it's uphill both
It
ways.
took me, it was mostly downhill except for that last part. But let me tell you, I couldn't walk for almost a day and a half. My thighs hurt so bad, and this was a 10-speed, so I was on the easy spin. Man, I hurt so bad. I said, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Now here's the worst. Okay, I was an athletic director for Shelby Youth Sports, and the kids didn't have a coach for track. I hadn't ran in years. So the guys were out on the track field one day, and I was showing them, okay, you need to improve on the 400. So I want you to go fast for 100, slow down for 100, and then take the last 200. This will help you get through. So, I was training these guys on how to be fast. And then we had, of course, the 2-mile run. And I said, so everybody, we're just going to get everybody to do a 2-mile run. And they said, well, when are you going to join? So I said, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to run this 2 miles, but y'all can't run in front of me. And you have to run with me. Everybody's got to stay with me. I shouldn't have done that. These kids, I ran 2 miles. I wasn't going to stop. I wasn't going to, and I jogged it. But let me tell you, it hurt to breathe the next day. I mean, my chest hurt so bad to breathe. I thought that my lungs were collapsing, and it burned. And when I got up out of bed, I had to wait and roll over and go to my knees and then push up going, I don't know what I've done. And I had to call in sick on Monday
Because your chest hurt
because
so
I
bad.
couldn't walk. I couldn't walk. I couldn't put my pants on. I couldn't bend down to put my pants on. I hurt so bad. I was 32 years old. I had just ran 1.5 miles when I was 24 in the Navy. My last run was 1.5 miles. I did it in 13 minutes. Perfect time. That 2 miles took me almost 20 minutes, and it took me almost 2 weeks to get over.
Well,
So I didn't run no more. I don't run no more.
what was your age at that time?
And if I'm running, what is it, 30, 31, 32? So that's my tales of running and no more doing that stuff when, And Joey, your tennis years, I applaud you.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm not going to get out there and do that.
Well, I started dieting on 2019, November 1st, 2019, and I am down 71 pounds.
Nice.
Good
So that
stuff.
means that was when you hit 50?
Huh?
Is that when
That's when I hit 50? Well, a couple months after I hit 50, yeah.
And of course, we saw you in February of 2020,
That's right.
right before COVID.
The picture of our
Yeah.
on the thing is, yeah. when I was in the midst of losing that weight. All that stuff don't fit me no more. Yeah. So another spin on our movies. Joy.
Yes.
Another Patrick Swayze movie in the 80s that you liked and your women liked.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Dirty Dancing.
That a baby. That's it. The women enjoy.
That's what I said whenever I said Mark said no one puts Joey in the corner.
I didn't catch that.
I've been waiting for
You
so
were supposed to
long.
pick
I
that
didn't
up.
catch that,
can-
Joy.
No one puts Joey in the corner. I
Yeah,
was
you
doing
at least
my
didn't call him
Dirty
babe.
Dancing reference right there. Of no one
You at
puts
least
baby
didn't
in
call
the
him-
corner.
Nobody puts a baby in the corner.
No one puts Joey in
No,
the
it's
corner.
Joey.
He gets to
And
sit
then
on
what
the
is
end
it?
of the pew. I'm over there like this.
He gets to sit on the aisle. Brat Pack.
Ooh.
Who's your best one?
Breakfast Club.
Who in the Brat Pack was your favorite out of the Breakfast
You
Club?
know,
See, I thought you were going to go with Rob Lowe just simply because you got that Rob Lowe-esque look.
no, I think what's the guy's name that played in the Dead Zone?
Oh, you're talking about Anthony Michael Hall?
Yes. Because he
Anthony Michael
played
Hall was
the
good.
nerd, and he played like a cool dude. And I mean,
Then he was also Russ.
he played.
He was also Russ
Rusty,
in Vacation.
and so he played different parts. Like he played Johnny B. Good. That was when Tony
Yeah.
Stark was his nerdy friend.
I remember
I
that.
watched Johnny B. Good like a month ago. It was like on.
Oh
it
my
was like
God.
on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
It's on Amazon Prime because it popped up in my because I got everything that comes up in
I
the
was
80s.
like-
Whenever it first pops up, it pops
So
up
I
on my thing.
tweeted that day that true story. Iron Man used to be Anthony Michael Hall's nerdy friend. True story.
Really?
As long as you don't go back to the one where he was drug induced all the time.
Oh, Less Than Zero.
Yes,
That was
Less
like
Than
the true
Zero.
story of Robert Downey Jr.
That was a woo. That was
You
a
know what
movie I
that
just
reminds me of? When that movie came out, the day that Mark took the boat and took us camping at the lake, and I dyed my hair blonde
You did dye your hair blonde.
with the heat of the fire. I kept putting sun in my hair.
Yes, you
And
did.
I put my hair near the fire,
Yes.
and then the next morning my hair was like bleach blonde.
Uh-huh.
I just kept squirting it, and then I'd get it hot from the fire.
Yep.
Then I'd squirt it again.
Hot from the
fire. And it was dark, so y'all couldn't tell what was happening, but there was a transitioning happening.
Oh, the next morning.
And then we
got-
went water
I'll like
skiing.
it to
Jamie was there. We went water
Look.
skiing the next day.
Yep.
All I can tell you is
Yeah,
this:
Bar-
that Mark, that was when I had that knee board, and Mark started riding me like an inner tube, and I took that knee board and went straight into the waters and planted my head back and thought I was going to
Alan
die.
was like a dolphin.
Yeah.
It was majestic.
I came up out of that. I came
Mark,
out,
it
came
was
straight back
majestic.
down on that knee board.
Alan, it was like, ah.
Hey, I will say this: I did learn to slalom that day.
Yeah.
Because I had never ever done that. But when I dropped that ski, I was like, I can't believe I'm on one ski now. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was on. That was what was that? Was that Devil's
Yep,
Elbow
Linton
or
Bay.
not Devil's Elbows? That was Linton Bay.
Linton Bay.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep, it's woo. That's been a long time
Yeah,
ago.
we camped out and then we skied the next day, like all day long.
Yep.
Yep, I remember being wore out after that day. That was a beating day.
Alan, I think
Especially
you had your
after that.
S110.
Yep.
I think you still had your truck.
I still had to. Matter of fact, no. I had the citation at that time.
The old
trying to remember
citation,
what the
man. I
citation.
forgot about that card, Alan.
The green citation.
Yes, sir. Green citation with the what was it? It was cream interior, baby. Or I guess it could
Classic.
say
The
cream.
woman
It was
Class
Well,
kind
right there,
of
buddy.
tan.
the woman mobile
hatchback.
You pull up.
It
Makes
wasn't.
it
It wasn't a cool hatchback like the Celica. I mean, it wasn't that
It
cool.
wasn't that. It wasn't like that. I mean,
The Celica was the bomb, man. We know.
it wasn't. It wasn't the Volkswagen Bug. I mean, it wasn't. But
No.
My bug. I saw a bug that was the same color, the same. It was a '73 Super Beetle, just like mine. It was in Hermitage, and I was going. So I took a picture of it and sent it to Kenneth McDowell because he had the same bug I had, and he said, "I still got mine." I said, "I don't like you no more."
had the Toyota Celica.
Yeah.
That was when Beastie Boys 1985 license video came out. I think we wore out that tape.
Dude, and I've got a clip of me and you two and Rob McIntosh playing instruments in that little makeup band we had in the orphanage there.
I wish you would give it to me. If you got it, give it to me. That's got to go up.
It's got to go. It's got to be uploaded. Hey, we're denying the people, Mark. Mark, we're denying the fans.
What?
We can't.
We can't deny them that. That's awesome, man. I've still got the picture of me with the bass holding it up there right after you taught me the the 8 chords on Hold On Loosely or the 7 chords. I can still play those. I'll pick up a guitar and start hitting that riff, and everybody will be like, "Oh man, you can play? Yeah, man, play all the time. I play that song."
You know when Disney unlocks the vault and they bring out like Cinderella from like 1956 or something? This is what we're asking for.
Well, I got to take the shirtless picture that we were going to use for our album cover and now make an album cover because now I've got the software to do it. The shirtless shot is on the website. Yes. Well, when we went and ate the pizza at the joint there in Clarksville, and I saw I put it side by side.
There's history.
It's history.
That needs to be documented
somewhere.
This is a record that we were on Earth, Mark.
I know. I'm trying to get it.
We're on the bottom. We're on the bottom 50, Mark.
We are on the bottom 50. We're
on the other
wrong
side.
Direction now. We have lived longer than we're going to live.
There's more years behind us.
That's correct.
That's in front of us, I think.
But I'm going to go back to the future, and I'm going to go back to 1987. What's significant about 1987? And it's not because I graduated.
Well, 1987. I was getting ready to say you graduated in 87, didn't you?
Went to Austin Peay.
Let's see.
That's when we started being friends.
Joey,
remember that?
Well, no, actually, it was the year before that.
Before that,
we moved. We moved to Lafayette the summer of '86.
Yeah, and it was that summer that Joey and I started coming to church.
Yeah,
it was.
We started coming to church. But yes, no, you were getting ready. You started your senior year that fall, and that's when we were all coming to church.
Correct.
Mark, did you play basketball with Scott? What's the big tall
Civils?
Is it Silvis?
Civils.
Was he same grade or a year behind?
He was 2 years behind me. He graduated with Tracy.
Well, I'm trying to think of basketball players that came out of Trigg County that were memorable.
Yeah.
Of course, you're one of them.
Yeah. Not memorable.
There you go.
Now, baseball may be memorable. Basketball, no.
Yeah.
Baseball, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Joey and I coming down to the college that day.
We went to Killebrew.
Killebrew Hall, baby.
On the door.
Went to the knocked on the door.
Dogs.
Killebrew's not there anymore.
I know it.
They got nicer things now. They used all of our money and made nice stuff.
They made nice stuff. My daughter went there. It's nice stuff. I wish my son was going there, but he's going to WKU, the rival. Hey,
it's all right. Bowling Green's okay.
They're good.
What was it? It was kind of like I pulled up a Google shot of San Diego, California, the recruit training command that I went to boot camp at in A school, and that's where they filmed Top Gun. And they got all those buildings where Top Gun was filmed are gone. They've leveled them and rebuilt that whole base. I'm like, man, that's sad. I remember the bathroom scene was actually filmed in Recruit Training Command and not in the bar. So when he came into the bathroom, he was actually in the bathroom of the women's the women's bathroom of Recruit Training Command. I got to clean the bathroom in week 7 of boot camp. I don't know if that's a big deal or not.
I hear it's a big deal. That's what I hear.
No, we didn't have to have a toothbrush, but I really wished I would have had a selfie so I could have taken a picture of my. But I don't think in 90 they had selfies. I don't think we had cell phones that we could take pictures with yet. Polaroid picture, baby.
About to have a selfie here in a minute, guys.
Yeah.
What about Caddyshack?
So,
I
always heard bad things about oh shoot,
Bill Murray,
my favorite actor,
Bill Murray.
Oh,
Chevy Chase.
He's the bomb.
Chevy Chase. He's the bomb, but he's the one that everybody hates.
Yes, he's hard to work with. There's articles on that where.
But if you read into some of those articles, some of the people have come back and said, he was just trying to be a perfectionist. That's all he was trying to do. He didn't care. He's kind of like Ricky Gervais whenever he did the Golden Globe or whatever he did, the Tonys or whichever one he did, the People's Choice, where he just basically called out every actor. Said, stop it. It's fun. What is it? Comedy is where your brain goes to get a laugh or to get a tickle. That's what he says. The comedy is where your brain goes to get a tickle. He said that in The Office whenever he was, Michael Scott was leaving that year.
That's pretty funny. The Office, pretty good.
Hey, okay, back to Nonsensical. What about the Rubik's Cube, Mark? Did you ever solve that thing?
I actually tried to solve one about 2 weeks ago. Can you believe that?
You tried to use that formula?
Did you go download the
done? I got the first level done. I got the middle level done. I couldn't remember how to do the third.
I tried to use that thing on solving the corners.
Yeah.
And then once you get the corners, then you're supposed to go by like
right 1, left 2, turn 7,
you're supposed to go
3.
top, side, middle, top. So it was like some kind of formula after you get the corners or something. I tried to do it like a year ago. I couldn't do it. I got down to where I just needed like 3 dots on each side. I was like, and then I got lost, and then I was messing it up.
And everything got messed
because
up.
Every time you turn it, you're messing it up to get those last ones.
You see,
the ADHD
right
kicked
now.
in. It was strong in this one.
He goes, ah!
The ADHD is strong in this one, Mark.
Yeah.
It's strong in this one right here.
And then when he breaks it, and then he puts it back together. Oh man, it's solved. I solved it.
I used to pull the stickers
put
off.
It back together, right? No. You could always pop off the middle ones. The corner middle one. You could pop it off and then take them all off, and then just put them back together.
I never did that. I just pulled the stickers.
That's how
the first guy learned to solve it. As he popped them off, and he realized these corners, this like green and yellow or whatever the colors, that's all that can be is a corner for those 2 colors.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That you can't make it be red here and yellow here. Right. It's going to be these 2 sides have to be together. Whenever he pulled that corner, he realized solve the corners, and then he sold this book on how to solve the corners and then how to solve it. He started selling it for like $1 a copy of how to do it in school, and then we'll have to post that.
You go on YouTube now. We'll have to post
that YouTube video of that boy in school that he popped it all apart, and he realized when he saw those corners, popped out in pieces. That's all those two sides can be, is those two colors. That was the nerd Joey, Mark. You're welcome.
Thank you, Joey. I want to get
Nerd Joey enters the room is what just happened there.
Nerd Joey.
Favorite movies of all time. Well, I got two favorite movies of all times.
Was it Kramer versus Kramer, Mark?
No.
One is a 70s or late 70s or early 80s. I want to tell me which it is. Smokey and the Bandit. Come on.
Oh, late 70s.
It was
that
70s
was in the 70s. Late
78, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Some trivia about Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, man. Now you're going to mess
Why were they trying to transport Coors beer from Texarkana to Florida or Georgia?
Because it was illegal to bootleg.
Why?
Because beer was not illegal to Texarkana.
No, it was not that. Like, it's going to be a nerd answer. I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
It's a health answer.
I
remember. You know when you buy a gallon of milk?
Yeah.
And it's been pasteurization.
Yeah.
Like it's been heated up so bacteria doesn't grow in it. Yeah. Beer is pasteurized. Coors was not.
Really?
It was a beer that could only be sold locally because it wasn't pasteurized.
Really?
So it could not be sold that far away from Texarkana across the Mississippi.
That's why it had to be so fast, huh? Okay,
and,
speaking of
so they were trying to get to Atlanta.
A tangent.
Hence the Jerry Reed song. We're in Texarkana. They're thirsty in Atlanta.
Yeah. A tangent. Why does the milk jug have the indents?
It's good
but the indents on the milk carton are there because that's how you know that it's still good.
That is correct.
I'm full of useless knowledge, Mark.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've had some spoil, and guess what? The indents were not popped out, and I still drank it. It was like, oh. Cottage cheese.
Hey, look, my wife looks at the date, and if it's a day before, it's gone to the garbage.
Man.
I was like, I still got 2, 3, 4 more days.
I'm with Joy. Yeah.
But still edible or drinkable.
Either way, if it's a day past.
Like you pour some and you go.
Favorite, let's see, if we go 70s and 80s, Dan Aykroyd. Best movie.
Ghostbusters.
If you had to think of, yeah. That's me.
I like say Ghostbusters, man.
Of course.
That's me.
Yeah, man, Ghostbusters. Yeah. I mean, what was it? Your favorite Bill Murray movie? And there's only one right answer.
Caddyshack? Oh, not Caddyshack. Groundhog Day.
Happens every February 2nd, and you are absolutely correct. I have watched that movie, and I want to go to, I think it's in Indiana.
Puxatawny.
They didn't go to Puxatawny.
Oh, you mean where they shot the film?
Yeah. So it was actually on I've Googled the street, and Gobbler's Knob was at the center of the city, but it was actually, the hotel was a bank, and the restaurant is still there. And yeah, so I've watched that movie so many times. I watch it at least 10 times a year at a minimum. And I've probably seen it 10 times this year because of the quarantine. I mean, my wife, she goes to sleep on the couch and I'll flip. What am I going to watch? Oh, Groundhog Day. That's always a fan favorite.
Mark, I was at Alan's house and, we were sitting there and he learned that I had not seen Superman 2.
Okay.
You know, with like the 3 villains that came out of like the glass thing that was floating in space. He's like, we're watching it right now, Joey.
Zod.
You're not going to sit here and go another day without watching Superman 2. And then guess who was in Superman 3?
Richard Pryor.
Yes, correct. He was like a computer nerd.
Yes, he was monkeying with the. It says, "Do you know I don't wear the same pair of socks every day? I don't know what they do with them. Maybe they use them as socks again. Maybe they do."
It's like he did some kind of scheme before the movie The Office or Office Space, where he programmed banks that would take the fraction of a cent and put it in a bank account. And so thousands of transactions each day would have a fraction of a cent, and then it would grow into like a lot of money. So he tried it first.
Yeah.
And then got caught. And so that was part of Superman 3. But yeah, we were at Alan's house, and he's like, "Hey, you want to watch Superman 2?" And I was like, "I've never seen it." He's like, "We're watching it then. You're not going to."
And we pulled out the old VHS tape.
And then I was eating
the VHS tape.
JB's peanuts. Just watching Superman 2.
Peanut boy. Daddy used to always get mad at him. Who's been eating my peanuts? Joey Smith has been in this house, hasn't
I'm
he?
like, I've got a peanut allergy, JB.
Oh man, that was funny. I used to love it when Joey would come in there and he'd just sit down and Joey, don't do that. Oh, I just was going to get a handful. Next thing you know, the jars like
it was
from
like
here.
One of those great big...
Oh yeah, I mean, and he would eat probably 2 handfuls, but Joey would come in there and take half, maybe even more than half. Dad reach down there and pick it up and have that many peanuts in it. He'd go, "Joey's been here."
Always.
They were delicious.
Because nobody else ate the peanuts except Daddy and Joey.
Well, folks, that was the show. The word of the show is tangent. Everything that each one of us think about just makes the ADHD just come out in me. And I know it doesn't come out in Alan and Mark as much because they don't have the diagnosis that I have, but I will say
I'm close to it, Joey. I'm close to it.
I'm your ADHD
I think that's what
friend.
makes us such great friends, man. That's what makes us such great friends is we just can do that.
I am squirrel. So, but I'll just tell you that that was not just a conversation with Mark and Alan. That was conversations. We're going to get a lot of a lot of feedback on the things that you liked about that, the things that TV shows, memories you had with your friends. If you didn't get to catch the very beginning of this, check out Ben Rector, great musician. We just recently got permission to use his song "Old Friends," and Alan put together a picture montage of me as a child, him as a child, us as teenagers together, and then us as 51-year-olds. And so we joined the Navy at the same time. 2 veterans living in Middle Tennessee. Come back, watch our show as many times. There's a lot of places where you can watch us or listen to us in the car. Alan?
Yeah, so we just signed up for iHeartRadio. Awesome place to go. Number one, from what they are, number one place to go search for your iPods. We're on iTunes. We're on Amazon Music. We even joined up on
Spotify.
Stuff that we don't even, Spotify. We joined up on MeWe. I don't even know what MeWe is, but I'm taking it that's a Facebook alternative.
No offense. It sounds cool, though.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
I'll go to MySpace if you want to meet me there and bring sandwiches.
Twitter. So you could go to Twitter.
140 characters. I can't. It's hard for me to do that.
Look, Joey, if you go to Twitter, you also got to realize that that Joey is on Instagram. We're on Instagram, and Joey is with his daughter. And you've got to watch some. You got to go to his site because his daughter, it's Kicking It with Molly. Just look that up. And OMG, Joey is fabulous in those
Molly
skits
keeps
there.
me young. Let's just put it that way. She keeps me from feeling like a 15-year-old. When she says, "Dad, you want to do a TikTok video?" I'm like, I'm down. Let's go right now. Well, let me teach you about 3 moves. Let's practice it. Let's go live right now.
I love it. I tell you, I've watched those TikToks, and I'm like, there's no way that I could get in there and do what Joey does. I mean, but you got to realize Joey has done this his whole life. There was a time that I stopped doing all this stuff and kind of got serious in life, but Joey has always been that kid at heart, and I've always wanted to be that kid to where you just go have fun with life. I always want you to have fun with life. Don't look at life as so serious. Have fun with it. But while you're having fun, Joey, they need to go to nonsensicaltalk.com and subscribe, because we're getting closer to November, and that wonderful little prize that I've got is the first of many. And hey, me and Joey will even sign it before we send it to you.
It's covered in turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce.
One of a kind.
It's November, and the Cowboys and Lions will be playing that day. Oh, you're talking about
so
our fall surprises. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was thinking about food there. Squirrel.
You know what? I'm already starting to think about that turkey and dressing. Although I don't eat turkey, but I eat dressing and I eat ham.
You know what happens in August?
Oh, yes.
You know what happens in August, don't you? No.
You know what I thought about?
This is the time of year that the pumpkin spice latte comes out from hibernation. And
it's been hiding
just
all
like
year
our
long.
ancestors from the past, they bring it out in like canisters. And they're like, what's this? It's a pumpkin spice latte.
Okay, so I have been thinking of this idea, Joey. I haven't told you yet. I was waiting until this episode, but I'm thinking that in October, you and I, our cell phones, and a scary place to go is a spook house. We're going to go to a spook house and do some recording in the spook house to have in our November show. I cannot wait, because I have not told you that yet. I just wanted to surprise you like I surprised everybody.
You are surprising me just by saying spook house.
Spook house?
I've not heard the word spook house.
It's a haunted house.
I've heard of haunted house, but I'm just on board because you're saying spook house, and I'm going to be like, Alan,
hey, look,
this is a spook house. I think I've seen some spook houses.
Well, they've got a couple in Nashville.
Don't go. I'm going to tell you what, Alan. Do not go up to someone's house and go, hey, is this spook house? Because if you're wrong, it's offensive. They're like,
but if you're right, you're fixing to have a good time.
And the trash in your front yard.
Hey, I'm not going to say anything because I driving down Highway 70. I have seen that house that the cobwebs never come down, and I'm thinking it's Halloween all year long.
Highway 70, another tangent. You know what Highway 70 is?
It's
the Broadway of America. The Broadway of America.
Well, I know it's
through the middle
Tennessee.
Of the country.
Yeah, I know in Tennessee
the
it starts
Broadway
in
of
Bristol
America
and ends in Memphis.
Yeah, it's called the Broadway of America. So you have the Broadway of America going through your community.
I have it 200 yards in front of me. All I got to do is go.
I used to like to take 70 into Nashville.
You know, I've taken it into Nashville a couple times, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like country drivers. I know that I'm getting of the age that's going to be
Ellen, I'm that person.
Years.
I was that person at 16.
You were at 16. But
I was like, yes.
Be that person.
Everybody got their seatbelts on. I'm not going 55. I'm like Sammy Hagar.
And they don't either.
I can't drive 55. Not because I'm going too fast. I'm going under 55. Safety first.
Oh, I love it. I've run into those folks all the time, and I tell you, I sit there going, "It's 55." But here's the bad thing: I'm on the interstate doing 75, and these people are passing me like I'm like, "Y'all need to slow down."
I hate it whenever I'm driving, Alan, and Amish people pass me.
It's got to be one of those things that you're on.
They're like, "Come on, man."
That's 1 horsepower, and it just went right past you.
I'm like, "What was that?" I'm like Ricky Bobby whenever all the cars started passing him. It was a horse and buggy.
You want to go fast, and then
it was a horse and buggy. It was a horse and buggy, Joey.
Hey, there could be 2 on there sometimes. I've seen it a couple times driving up in Flat Lick area. Up in Kentucky, there's those little back roads, and there sometimes are those 2 horses on there. And that's how you know they mean business. They're wanting to get to where they're going, and they're wanting to get there fast. So
here's the thing. You want to buy my cars because they are not wore out. They are like you're like, this car's been driven by an old lady that's like a grandmother. No, it's been driven by Joey.
That's why I was thinking of Joey whenever you were doing your TikTok and you're driving down the road, and I've got, oh, never mind. He's doing 35 in that 70, so he's got time to talk. Oh my!
I think the trees are going by him.
And sometimes the wind blows a leaf and it goes past you.
The car's not even moving.
That's I love it. Well, look, got to come back to show number 3. And I believe that one we're talking about food. And that's something that we're going to find these little joints that you're going to be like, where's that at? I got to go to that place. And we're going to go visit some of the places. If you tell us where to go, we want to find these backwoods, these little hole-in-the-wall podunks that have the best food. And Joey and I are going to go to these locations and start sampling. And
give us a shout out. We'll come to your place.
Yeah, and we'll come.
We'll pay. We don't want you to give us any food or anything. Yeah, we'll pay.
No.
We want to be your customer.
Yes, and we've already done that. If you go look at the not Facebook, but our website, there's a picture on us where we had that grown up grilled cheese sandwich. God, that was good, Joey. Y'all must come to Dixon, Tennessee. Yes,
House
you must
blend.
come to Dixon. House Blend. Not the one that I went to, wrong. I'll get it right. I promise you. Well, Joey, we've come to the end of the show. I want to thank everybody for being out there listening, and everybody that continues to support us in what we do. We don't ask for nothing. All we want to do is show you a good time. We want to show you it's fun to laugh. We want to show you it's nice to be good to people and do whatever you can. Be good at heart. And just keep coming back, and we're going to keep trying to entertain you. We may or may not make you laugh every time, but we're going to try our hardest to make you laugh. So, Joey's right there.
These are just stories from our life. That's all it is. But,
and we're going to keep telling them until we...
Be good to one another, and go out and show someone kindness that probably doesn't deserve it, but be kind to them. I've been there before.
Yes. Thanks, Joey. Guys. And thank you.